Hi, welcome to today's classical cross training class. Today is the first class that we're using in this format, and I'm really excited to introduce you to it. It is basically going to be a mix of cardio, strength, mobility, exercises using strength training, yoga, Pilates, all these different modalities. And I've choreographed it to some classical piano music that I've recorded, so I'm very excited to share that with you as well. Today's music will be a lot of Beethoven, so Beethoven's Opus 26 Theme and Variations, the first movement, and then also his Opus 98 song cycle, An die ferne Geliebte, that was transcribed for solo piano by Franz Liszt. So those are lots of music, lots of time. And then we'll close out with some Foray Barcarolle that you've heard before. I've played it before for you guys. So with that, let's go over some of the equipment that you'll need today. Today is going to be a chair-adapted workout. Almost all the exercises are going to be seated. This is for those of you who have told me that you have challenges with balance and have certain, restrictions, and you just kind of need something settled to sit in. This is a good exercise program even for folks who don't have any sort of limitations. When I did it earlier, when I was recording the unnarrated version, I still kind of sweat a little bit, so I was kind of surprised. So I think you guys will get a good workout out of it. If there's anything that you want to modify up to something that is more appropriate to your level, feel free. So instead of, for instance, doing seal jacks like this, you can always do seal jacks like that if you're comfortable with that. And then similarly on the other end, if there's something that looks kind of sketchy, like one of the things I'm going to be doing is something like this. If you feel like you're going to fall backwards, first of all, just maybe just lift one leg up instead of both, but just be mindful of how you feel in space. Otherwise, have fun and look forward to sharing this with you. All right, let me start the music. Okay, we're going to start with some seated overhead breaths. So nice tall seat, inhaling the arms overhead and exhaling the arms down. Good. Each time you inhale up and reaching the arm up, or reach your arms up, feel the axial extension, the lengthening of your spine upwards. And on the exhale, keep that length upright. Yeah? Good. And then into some seated cat-cows here. Exhale, curve the spine. Inhale, open. Exhale, curve. Inhale, open. Good. And now we're going to do some seated heel presses. Just sit nice and tall, press your heels into the ground, and then feel like your glutes and abs are engaging more as you do that. Inhale, release the press, and then exhale, press again. So externally it doesn't look like I'm doing much, but I'm really engaging my lower abs and my lower legs here. Okay, great. And then now we're going to do some reverse arm circles. Nice, long, big reaches, just opening up the chest and the front of the shoulders. These tend to get tight. That's why we're doing the backward circle. Okay, now for the first variation, that was the theme. We're going to go ahead and put our hands on top of our shoulders and exhale, shh, 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 like you're blowing out birthday candles here, 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 here. If you get dizzy, just look at me and let your shoulders rotate instead of looking side to side. Sometimes people get dizzy. Shh, shh, shh. And each time you exhale, bring your abs in. Yeah? Great. Shh, 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 shh. Very nice. Next, we're going to just do some seated marching, just like this. It's almost as if you're standing. If you want to stand and do this, you're welcome to. I'm doing almost everything on the chair today just to demonstrate. So, good. I'm going to migrate to sideways so you can see the view for the next exercise. Okay, now we're going to do opposite toe touch, like this. Just reach, touch. And ideally, the reason why I turned it to the side is so you can see my spine. I'm really trying to keep it very still, so I'm not doing this. Yeah, if you can't touch the toes, that's okay. Maintain the spine as a priority. Okay. Next, we're going to do, grab your weights, and then you're going to do heel taps forward as you press your dumbbells overhead. Similarly, you want to try not to lean back. Yeah, so I tend to do this, and that's really bad for your back, so don't do that. You can do alternating or both at the same time. If you have lighter weights, You can do both at the same time. That's probably a better challenge for you. Okay. Now we're going to set these down and just do punching. Yeah, turn back towards you guys. Good. Try to use your abs to keep all this super still. Even though your arms are moving, that's going to want to kind of pull your body. But use your abs, use your stabilizer muscles to really keep still. Okay. And then the next one is a chair hover. You're just going to come up a little bit and then down. So you just like this. And it's actually sometimes more work to do that than just stand all the way up. Yeah, you have to really use your abs and use your balance. Good. Now grab those towels and your dumbbells. Okay. You're going to do bicep curls. Oh, sorry, just one side. And the opposite side, you're going to slide your heel away from you and towards you. You basically have that towel underneath the heel so that you can have less friction with the ground. Okay, and other side. Good. So the first few I used a little less range of motion, but now if you want, you can straighten your arm a little more further down and you get more work from the bicep. Great. Okay, the next one is a little complicated. Figure 4, and you're gonna raise up on your toe like this as you widen your arms out like wings. So this is a rear fly with a calf raise, and crossing our leg over this way gives more resistance, more weight for this leg to lift for the calf raise. Good. And then switch to the other leg, same thing. So start the calf raise and then add the rear fly to go with it. So the arms are almost straight. It's like you're flying with wings, like a bird. Yeah, flapping your wings. Good. Okay, we are already on the 4th variation, tricep dips. Okay, so again, you want to have a sturdy chair. You're just going to put your hands, fingertips towards you, and then lower and lift. To make this more difficult, if you have a sturdy chair, you can put your arms, legs straighter. Okay, I hear my piano bench creaking, so I'm going to do the more conservative version. Good. Okay, and now we're going to do a seated push-up. I kind of made this up earlier, to be honest with you. So you're going to lean forward and just push yourself up. And you should actually feel similar muscles as when you do a push-up. You want to keep your shoulder blades away from your ears. I'm actually feeling this in my arms. I hope you do too. This is the side view. Yeah? So for those of you who struggle with a full push-up, this is a good way to work up to it. Okay, assisted split squats. So, starting kneeling sideways with your right knee on the ground, you're gonna keep your feet where they are, stand up, and then kneel down. Good, so you wanna try to keep your torso super upright. And then you can use the chair, that's what it's there for. Yeah, my piano stool is a little low right now for me to hold on to it. Good, the weight is on your front heel and not on the front toe. And that should help. Okay, so now we're going to do plie squats. Plie straddle, and you can stand from here or just pretend to stand, yeah? Good. You can also hold on to the back of your chair instead of sitting on it. Up to you. Okay, and then now you're going to try to do these plie squats with your heels off the ground. Just a few. Keeping a nice neutral hip, neutral spine. Okay, for the end of this, we're going to do the split squat on the other side. So now your left leg is behind. 2 90-degree angles, and then push up, straight legs. A lot of ab work to stabilize and balance you. If your knees are bothering you here, try using more weight on the chair that you're assisting. It might just be like you're slightly crossing the threshold of what your muscles are able to do so far for your knees. Okay. Great, and those are our theme and variations. Let's grab our one dumbbell, and we're starting on the song cycle. So the first section is abs. So you're going to hold the weight in your right hand, and then just lean to the right, and then straight up again. Good. And so try to keep your head in line with like your sternum, your chest bone, and not, using your neck, because that might hurt later. And you're also anchoring down the opposite sits bone so that you're not rocking side to side, yeah? Good. And then other side. So when I edit these videos, I add like pretty corny captions to them. So for this section, it's, undifferente geliebte means to my distant or beloved departed, or faraway departed, or beloved, or something like that. So this part is like, talking about the absence, just abs and absence. It's a little corny, but you guys will see when you look at the video. Good. Okay, and then ab twist. So you're gonna lean back ever so slightly, hold the weight in both hands, and then tiny little twist side to side. Good. So your back is in a neutral spine, so you should feel the work in your abs and not any strain in your lower back. If you feel strain in your lower back, just come up a little bit higher and do it. Yeah? Good. So there are 6 parts to this song cycle. We're still on the first one. Good. Okay, and now we're going to do the same thing, except you're going to lean back about a couple centimeters, 1 inch, and then up an inch, yeah? Abs are tight the whole time. So this is almost like what you accomplish when you do an elbow plank or an ab plank, which is next. It's a static hold of these muscles. You're not changing the length of the muscles by contracting or extending them. Good. Almost there. Abs are pulled in tight. Good. Let's move into an elbow plank now. So you can have your knees on the ground like this and just put your elbows here, and you should feel some work in your abs. If that's not difficult enough for you, just come up onto your toes. Make sure that your back is not sagging, your abs are engaged. Good, and your glutes are helping out too. Good. We're here till the second part of the song cycle begins, right here. I'm gonna clear off some of my equipment here. Okay, and then now, I'm going to seated seal jacks like this. If you want to do the standing jumping version, you're welcome to. Up to you. Yeah, I'm doing this one for today. So in some ways, it's a little more awkward to do it seated. It's more work for the hips and the abs a little bit. Good. Okay. So now you can stand behind your chair and then just step side to side if you want. If you were doing the regular seal jacks, you can keep doing that. This is just a modified version up from what I was doing, the seated version. Okay. Okay, and then jumping if you want. Yeah, you can maintain the side to side step. A little too low for me. Okay, on to the third one. Sitting back down, you're gonna reach one leg out to the side and then tap the arm, reach the arm the opposite way and tap, reach at the same time. Yeah, there you go. All the same song cycles, so many different personalities, right? Great work. Keep your abs engaged and they'll actually let you move faster. You'll have more stability. Okay, when we reach the minor section, we're going to do a cross reach this way. Yeah, so now your foot is kind of swiveling in. Knee is swiveling in a little bit. Good. Again, abs are tight. Great. Okay, and then you're going to do these floor taps. If you can reach, if your chair is higher, it might be hard for you to reach. Good. Great. Okay. Sorry. Okay, we're going to turning arm sweeps here. I had to turn off the fan, otherwise audio's all messed up. Good. After this, we're going to do rainbow kicks. Okay, so like this, or you can go straighter. So hold on to the sides of your chair. Yeah, you don't have to go so high. For me, it's actually easier to go a little higher. I don't know why. Yeah, that's good. Look at you dancers. Using your core. Excellent. Oh, here we go, fast feet. You can also stand up and do this if you want, but I'm doing the seated version today. This is the bagpipes coming up. Good. Okay, we're going to change that to seated skipping. So you can also skip standing if you want, okay? I'm going to be doing this version. Yeah, and if you're seated, make sure your abs are pulling you straight upright and that you're not doing this into it. Yeah, that's also work. Good. Like you're skipping across the field. Okay, now we're going to do slalom jumps. So like this. Yeah, we've done these before, standing like this. You can do that version if you want, but I'm doing the seated version today. Still work, I can tell you that. So I chose my piano bench to do this workout on today. It's a little squeaky, sorry. Okay, when we hear the triplets coming, we're going to do the seated can-can right here. So in, up, knee, straight, knee. Yeah, you can do standing too. I see some of you doing that. That's great. Uh-huh. It's a little harder, yeah, to lift the leg up high when you're sitting. Yeah, keep going. Okay, when we get to the minor ending here, we're gonna just march it out. Okay, now we're on to the sixth and last part of this song cycle. It's gonna be a lot of abs. I'll do it mostly facing the side to you. Okay, we're going to start with single leg bicycles. So pretend just one leg is riding a bicycle. You can go as slow or fast as you want. Good. You should feel the front of your thigh working as you straighten the leg and the back of the leg working as you pull the heel towards your seat. And then other side. Good. Keep going. Try to make your kneecap face the ceiling so you're not turned out or in within leg. Good, and abs are still working to keep you upright. Okay. And then now we're going to do a reverse plank. Make sure your chair is really sturdy. You're going to go ahead and do this. Notice I always lock my elbows. Try not to do that. Soften the elbows a little bit. You can see my arm muscles pop a little more when I do that because I'm actually using muscles to work now. Abs are tight, shoulders away from the ears. And just breathe. Prettiest part of the piece or song. Good. Almost there. And then, yeah, your wrists, roll them out. Okay, so this is the one where you kind of need a back to your chair if you're not careful. So you're going to hug your knees like this. Yeah, so if you don't have a back to your chair, like I don't, make sure you don't fall backwards. Yeah, you can also do this on the ground too. That's a good idea if you're afraid of falling backwards. Good. And then you're just going to hold it up here as we transition to the repeat of part of the first song. Okay, and here you're going to grab one weight and you're just going to hold it here and offer it up. Front arm raises. Trying to keep your torso very still, so that your abs have to work to brace yourself as you shift the weight forward, away from your body and towards it. Very good. Okay. And drop the weight. A little surprise at the end of this song. Knee strikes. I know, you wouldn't expect it, right? You thought it was going to end right there. Good. Yeah, keep going. Excellent. Yeah, of course, you can stand up and do this. Great work. Great work. Okay, with that, we switch sides. Almost there. Just the final few here. Great work. That was the active part of our workout. We just have stretching and breathing left. Okay. So we're going to start with a warrior. So how I do this is I put just my thigh on the chair and then do a warrior 2 and lean forward, elbow on the front leg, extended side angle pose. And then transition back into warrior 2, trying to keep my torso upright like this, and then reaching up with the front arm into reverse warrior, and then just transition at your own speed through these 3 movements. I'll let you know when we have to switch. Switch to the other side. Okay, and then you're going to stand up. Standing downward facing dog, like so. And then into a calf stretch. One foot steps back. And then switching to the other foot. Try to have the heel straight back. Good. Holding on to something. Quad stretch. And other side. Good. Coming into your figure four stretch. Seated on your bench or your chair. And then other side. Okay. And you can do a little shoulder, tricep stretch here. Lean to the side. And other side. And then coming into a seated position, nice and tall. Gently close your eyes. Breathing in through your nose. And out through your mouth. Just some mindful breathing. Ready, gently float your eyes open. All right, thank you very much for joining me in this short but hopefully fun workout today. Modified for those of you who prefer it that way. And yeah, great work everybody, and great start to the month. Looking forward to more fun.